Well, hello there. Bill Shoop here. Yoshi's in the background there. Anyways, I would like to talk to you about our YouTube channel, Bill and Yoshi's Outdoor Adventures. Now, in this channel, there are a few different series. There are 2 seasons and a dryland series. Now, season 1 is different adventures that I have done with Yoshi, Marie, and other friends. Season 2, which is just coming out, is Yoshi and I's bike trip across Canada. It's from Vancouver to Sydney, Nova Scotia. Took us 4 months to do, so that'll be season 2. Now, huge thanks to everybody that helped sponsor us on this trip, but also my wife Marie, who drove the motorhome, did all the stuff that I needed to be able to cycle across Canada with Yoshi. She was my support team, and I love her for it.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home.
Hello there, and welcome to Season 2, Yoshi and I's bike ride across Canada. Now, there was a number of reasons why I did this. One, it's been a lifetime dream. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to bike across Canada. At 60 years old, some people thought I was nuts. I quite often have people say to me, "Bill, you can't do that. Do you realize how long it's going to take you, how hard it is, the logistics, everything that's going to go?" Well, Marie was a big help, so was my B&I group, but it was me. I just said, I can do this. I know I can do this. And I'm hoping that this inspires other people to become physically active. I canoe, kayak, hike, camp, bike. If I can get out in the wilderness, that's what I'm going to do. So, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Now, I got to agree that when I first thought about doing this, my Crohn's was a huge deterrent. And after my accident where I perforated my colon and I had to have part of my colon removed, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it at that point in time. But as I started to heal, I said, that's what I'm going to do. And I did it. And I'm proud of myself. I didn't understand when people say, "Oh, Bill, I'm so proud of you." I didn't get it until I climbed Kootenay Mountain, Kootenay Pass, and that's when I realized I was proud of myself and I understood. Now, there was a lot of planning that went into this. About 3 years before I started this trip, I started mapping out my route. Here is my trip across Canada. I marked everything, how many kilometers, the elevation, going up. And I stuck to this pretty good. Okay, not perfect, but I did a pretty good job of sticking to it, and that was my book of all my planning, all my notes for my trip. I talked to people, I researched what it would take to do this trip. Now, originally it was just going to be Yoshi and I going across Canada. My biggest concern was, how do I pack all his dog food? And as I got closer, my wife Marie said, "You're really going to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm really going to do this." She goes, "Well, I think I want to come along with you." So that changed the dynamics. We looked at wanting to get a motorhome, see if somebody would sponsor us a motorhome because of the cost. And lo and behold, because of COVID, there was no inventory anywhere. So we looked and looked, and then I finally came across this deal on the motorhome. It's a little bigger than we wanted, but at only 67,000 kilometers on it, it was a no-brainer. So we bought it, and I said, well, if I'm doing this, I got to raise money for charity. And I couldn't pick one charity. Obviously, I picked Crohn's and colitis because I have Crohn's disease. Easter Seals because I've worked with them before and volunteered with them before, and I've seen the great work that they have done. And the Canadian Women's Foundation because, let's face it, in this time of 2023, we can see the crap that's going on, especially in the States and here in Canada as well as around the world, of how people are losing their rights. So that was a good cause for me. Now Yoshi was 7 years old when he did this. He ran about 30% of the trip across Canada, all the uphills, all the mountains that I rode up, he ran beside me. Now it takes me longer because I'm on a recumbent bike and it's a lot harder to ride. I'm pulling a trailer, and him, that's about 120 pounds I'm figuring. It's all legs on a recumbent bike. And I gotta go at his speed when he's running beside me. I can't go faster than that because it'd just be wrong and I'd be wearing him out. Wouldn't I, Yoshi? Hey, you big guy? Yeah, it's a good boy. And what a great companion to have along for the ride. Yoshi was absolutely awesome. He loved to chase prairie dogs. He did chase a deer. I had to stop that. I'm not going to let that happen again. But, and that's because I let him. He wouldn't chase anything unless I told him it was okay. But he sure liked chasing those prairie dogs across the prairies. Now, I decided to leave Vancouver on May 1st because of weather. Because Canada has such a short season, I wanted to get the best out of the weather. So I left, and I was hoping to make it to Sydney, Nova Scotia by the beginning of September. That was my goal. The weather in Vancouver and BC is usually fairly nice in May, but the year I decided to ride across was the wettest May on record. And the prairies, no west wind, all east wind. So I had a headwind all the way across. I didn't have favorable weather until Ontario. The rest of the provinces were good weather. Now, I'm kind of glad that I didn't have hot, sunny weather in the prairies because there's no room, no place for shade, and no rivers or lakes to swim in. And in BC, because of the rain, I didn't have to deal with the forest fires. So there's pros and cons in everything. I want to talk to you about our training sessions. You will see us biking all over Ontario, mostly in the Simcoe County area, but we'll be biking all across Ontario as we prepare for our trip. The one thing people are concerned when we're riding is Yoshi. Well, Yoshi here is really well trained, and you're not going to have to worry about this big guy. He is not on a lead for two reasons. One, he is well trained. The second is because if it gets tangled up on the pedals or the spokes and I end up hurting my dog or flipping my bike, it's not going to be good. So it's dangerous using a lead. This guy here, you do not have to worry about on the side of the road. Just pass me. Yoshi won't run out in front of traffic. He won't go chasing your dogs. Your dogs might come out and meet and greet Yoshi. That's okay. And you can come out and meet and greet us as well. We love talking to people, and we'd love you to share your experience with us as well. So what you will notice is that Yoshi may be running ahead of me. Sometimes he's beside me, and so, very seldom, but sometimes he is back. Otherwise, he's in the carriage. When Yoshi is running, He runs probably 30 to 60% of the run. I don't make him run downhill or long stretches. If the asphalt's too hot, he will not be on the asphalt. He doesn't like the hard gravel. He likes the sandy side of the road or freshly cut grass. We make frequent stops. You'll see Yoshi and I on the side of the road. Yoshi will be going in for a swim in a creek or a pond, or he's happy to take a drink and lay down in it. And if you see both of us off the bike, we're probably having lunch. He's well trained, okay? He's a good boy. I really hope you enjoy the videos that we're doing. I know that we enjoy doing them. So if you see us, say hi. And don't be worried about this guy here. He's not gonna bother you, and he's not gonna run out in front of you. You'll see me giving peace signs all over the place. That's just me. I'm just saying hi. I hope you guys have an awesome time as well watching our videos. And I really do hope that you guys are enjoying what we're doing. So if you see us out and about, say hi.